This video is going over the features of the lung lobule model. So beginning at the top, this would be a bronchiole. And I want you to notice that there's smooth muscle here on the outer surface of the bronchiole. This looks a lot more sparse than the diagram in your lab book, but this does represent the smooth muscle. You'll also notice this large green gland. That is a bronchial mucus gland. So we want to make sure we keep everything sticky before it gets into the alveoli so we can catch particles of dust. Okay, next we have the alveolar duct versus the alveolar sac versus the alveoli. So we're going to go from bronchioles to terminal bronchioles to a little tiny tube that's running through here, and then you're going to get to these clusters. These clusters are the alveoli, and then each one of these outer coverings is an alveolar sac, and they're all joined inside by alveolar ducts. So right here, this black dot on this model represents the alveolar duct. Okay, now remember, we're trying to increase surface area, so we have lots and lots of alveoli with lots of surface area in their alveolar sacs. We want them to be able to recoil after we inflate them with air coming through the alveolar duct. And so each of them is covered with these elastic fibers that are represented by black on the model. That helps from the outside. It helps them to squeeze and recoil after being inflated. And inside each of the alveoli wall membranes, you see these golden threads. These are smooth muscles that also allow us to contract, and then we would recoil with the elastic, okay? So we're going to be able to expand and contract with a combination of the elastic fibers and the smooth muscle inside the alveolar sac walls. Okay, now looking at the layers on this model, you'll see 3 layers here. So the outermost layer here would be my parietal pleural membrane. Then I'd have my pleural cavity. Then I have my visceral pleural membrane. Okay, let's look at the blood flow. So we are receiving deoxygenated blood from the heart through this vessel. This is my pulmonary artery. So it is blue this time because it is still carrying deoxygenated blood and it's coming from the heart, so away from the heart. Pulmonary artery delivers the deoxygenated blood to the capillary beds that are sitting on top of each of the alveoli. And notice very quickly we change the color of the blood from dark to light, bright red, because there would be oxygen in each of these alveoli. And so we would have the gas exchange through the capillary beds. And then we're going to deliver now that oxygenated blood is going to leave the lobule and it's going to go out by a pulmonary vein, which is this vessel right here. Okay? So those, I believe, are all of the features that you are responsible for knowing for the lung lobule model.